From Cyclone Sports Complex in Ames, it's Big 12 Conference Softball. Today, the first of three between the Oklahoma State Cowgirls and the Iowa State Cyclones. Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm John Walters, along with Taylor Mankel. Glad you could join us today on a perfect day for softball here at Cyclone Sports Complex. Taylor, two pretty good offensive teams in Iowa State and Oklahoma State. Whichever team today has the edge in pitching probably gets out of here with the win. And the wind is really blowing out straight and hard to straightaway center field. But Iowa State got a strong performance in the circle the other day against Drake from Stacey Roggen team.
Absolutely. Stacey had a great game with 10 strikeouts in that game in 5.2 innings pitched. This was coming off her season highs of 5 strikeouts in 2 matchups this year, as opposed to last year. She had 4 strikeouts the entire year. We've seen this great improvement from Stacey. Also in her ERA last year, she had 10.5 ERA. This year, all the way down to 3.99. That's a 6.51 improvement. Great job on Wednesday night for Stacey Roggen team.
She won't get the start today. It will be Katie Johnson in the circle to start the game, but with that wind blowing out, you'll probably see more than one pitcher for both these teams, I would suspect. So I imagine we'll see Stacey at some point in this ball game. As we mentioned, it's a sunshiny day here at Cyclone Sports Complex. Back with the starting lineups and the opening pitch next on Cyclones.tv. Well, the wind is whipping out to center field here at Cyclone Sports Complex. Could be an offensive day as Iowa State takes on Oklahoma State in this Big 12 conference battle. Let's show you the lineup for Oklahoma State, which will bat here in the first inning. Shelby Davis, Cheyenne Hughes, Tiffany Mickelson, Vanessa Shippey all love to run the bases, all have 16 or more steals on the season. They combined for 91 steals, those top 4 hitters in that Oklahoma State lineup. So they are a very aggressive team on the base pass. Collins, McCree, Riddle, and O'Donnell and Caven round out the batting lineup for Oklahoma State. Defensively for Iowa State, it looks like this. Around the outfield, Kathleen Bingham in left, Brittany Gomez in center, Kelsey McFarland in right. It's Nicole Antion at third, Lexi Slater at short, Maddie Reese at second, Jordan Spenlove at first, and the battery, Katie Johnson and Sammy Hildreth. And Taylor, Katie Johnson coming off a bit of a rough outing against Drake, trying to get back on track today.
Yeah, it was a tough start against Drake there for Katie Johnson. Only getting to pitch 1 inning, 1.1 inning that being, allowing 4 runs in that time, including 4 walks. She's really looking to bounce back here. She's having a pretty good season. Her ERA is at 4.24. We'll see how she gets started against this very powerful offense of Oklahoma State.
Boy, and if you put these runners on base, you're almost calling it a double or a triple automatically, because they're going to run as much as they possibly can, particularly this upper half of this Oklahoma State lineup. Leading off is Shelby Davis. She's hitting .455 on the season and leads the nation with 43 stolen bases. The first pitch from Johnson is on the outside corner for strike 1. We're underway here at Cyclone Sports Complex. Glad you could join us on Cyclones.tv. Iowa State comes into the game at 19-15 overall, 0-3 in the Big 12. Oklahoma State 17-21 overall, 1-5 in the Big 12 Conference. Another strike from Katie Johnson. It's 0-2.
Yeah, I'm really looking to see here how Iowa State fares against most of the Big 12. You see, and they've only had that one stretch against Oklahoma. More than likely the best team in the Big 12, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare against different teams.
Right back up the middle, a good piece of hitting there for Shelby Davis, and she's on board with that 0-2 single right back up the middle. We talked about her great speed. She leads the nation 43 stolen bases in 48 attempts.
Interesting to see how they fare against different
some pressure
teams.
on Sammy Hildreth behind the plate today for Iowa State. She's done a real nice job filling in for the injured Rachel Hartman. But Hildreth, a very good defensive catcher, but Oklahoma State will run on anybody. They're 4th in the nation as a team in stolen bases. They get almost 3 a game as a team. Here's the pitch on the way and a bunt. And there's Antion in to get it and throw to first for the out. Good job by Nicole Antion. Davis does move up to second.
Good one out there by Antion, running up on that ball. Little sack bunt there to get the runner into scoring position, especially with that speed that Davis has.
Tiffany Mickelson will stand in for Oklahoma State. Terrific hitter, .378 batting average, 8 homers, 36 RBIs on the season. She stands in with a runner in scoring position at second. One away here in the top of the first. First pitch to Mickelson, just misses the inside corner. 1-0. Oklahoma State wearing those bright orange jerseys today. Cyclones in their home white uniforms with cardinal and gold trim. One away here in the top of the first. Katie Johnson rocks and fires. And that one fouled back by Mickelson. 1-1 the count.
You're going to see Mickelson swinging a lot here, always fighting. Their slugging percentage is through the roof with 6.694 on the season.
Terrific hitter. In the heart of this lineup for Oklahoma State. 1-1 count here. Johnson to Mickelson. And a high rising fastball fouled back. It's 1-2.
Yeah, you see Davis there on second base, already about 2/3 of the way to third by the time the ball gets to the catcher.
Great speed on at second. The top of this lineup for Oklahoma State, very dangerous. Mickelson the hitter. And a 1-2 delivery coming up from Katie Johnson. Outside corner, but just missing. 2-2. Good pitch there from Johnson, trying to get the strikeout on the black, but just missed. So 2-2 count here to Mickelson. And that one misses high, so it's a full count now. You'll see that Mickelson, the right-hand hitter, she separates her hands a little bit on the bat. Doesn't have them together. Just about an inch in between the two hands. Unusual grip on the bat for Mickelson, but the results speak for themselves. Here's the pitch from Johnson, fouled back. It stays 3-2.
Both pitcher and batter here really fighting in this early matchup.
Johnson has a 3-2 delivery coming up here to Mickelson, with Davis aboard at second. Top of the first here at Cyclone Sports Complex. And that one misses inside. It's ball 4. So the dangerous Mickelson on at first with a walk. And that'll bring on Vanessa Shippey. Certainly Oklahoma State coach Rich Willigman aware that Johnson has struggled with her control a little bit at times this season. So he's probably encouraged his hitters to make sure she throws strikes. So here early on, Mickelson did just that. Shippey stands in there, left-hand hitter, 2 runners aboard. 1 away here in the first. That pitch just misses. It's Matt Tickemeyer, the home plate umpire, John Orlowski at first, and Steve McCrillis, the blue, at third. 1-0 count here on Vanessa Shippey. 2 runners aboard as Oklahoma State threatens in the first. Shippey bunts and it goes foul. Antion was playing back at third. Not a bad thought from Shippey, but couldn't keep it in play. First to 3 between these two teams. They'll play again at noon tomorrow. And the plan is for a noon game on Sunday, although with weather, we'll see if they alter that and go maybe with 2 tomorrow, but that's still to be determined. Here's another foul ball. It's now 1-2.
Johnson once again ahead in a count. We'll see. Last time she got back to a full count, the batter's choice there, and got a walk. We'll see how she reacts while she's ahead in the count here. Either she'll pitch to her or try to get her chasing.
1-2 to Vanessa Shippey. To the third baseman, Antion. Steps on the bag for one. Across the diamond. And not in time. Oh, almost an inning-ending double play. But just beating the throw was Shippey.
And there's that speed from Oklahoma State. It goes deep into that first half of the lineup. You saw it there, running out that one. I was pretty sure Antion could get it over there, but Shippey, just in time, gets on the bag at first.
So they get the lead runner, Davis, but now Mallory Collins batting with runners at first and second. There's a called strike one. Collins, the number 5 hitter, 276 batting average, 3 homers, 20 RBIs on the season. She bats with runners at first and second and 2 away here in this top of the first. Collins rips one to left, but foul. That had plenty of distance on it. Would have been out of here, but pulled it just a bit. She, too, Taylor, has the hands separated on the bat. So maybe that's just a
maybe
style
it's a coaching
thing
tactic,
with
yeah.
with the Cowgirls. And you can't argue the results at the top of this lineup. They have some good hitters.
Absolutely.
0-2 delivery from Johnson. Tried to get her to chase up high, but she wasn't biting, so it's 1-2 now.
Seen good discipline out of the Cowgirls here early in holding off those high and outside balls.
Mentioned the wind is blowing straight out to center field, so definitely a hitter's day in what is already a hitter's park. There's the pitch, missing. It's 2-2. So Johnson trying to get her to chase, but now it's time to bear down and throw strikes. So she's trying to get out of this first inning jam. Runners at first and second. 2-2 the count. Johnson delivers. Fouled straight back.
See, sometimes that's what you have to do. Just throw it over the plate and let your infield do the work.
And it's a good infield for Iowa State. Antion good defensively at third. The corner is really good. Jordan Spenlove does a nice job at first. Lexi Slater's playing deep at shortstop. Maddie Reese is over at second, playing deep as well. 2-2 delivery here from Katie Johnson to Collins, and it's driven to left field and just foul. Just barely foul.
So that would have been a 2-run double there on that one.
Twice Collins has hit it hard, but pulled it just out of play. So the count stays at 2-2. Everybody back in place. It's Tiffany Mickelson, the runner, at second. Vanessa Shipion at first for Oklahoma State. Katie Johnson, the sophomore from Sioux Falls, delivers the 2-2. To the left side, Annie couldn't quite get there. Here comes the runner, Mickelson. She'll score, and Oklahoma State grabs a 1-0 lead. An RBI single from Mallory Collins.
Antion tried to get up there, but just out of her range on that attempted jump and field out for the third out. Once again, Oklahoma State with 2 runners on, first and second, looking to continue this great first inning.
So now the batter will be Dre McKee. 1-0 Oklahoma State. Johnson's delivery into shallow left. Kathleen Bingham charging, diving, couldn't make the play. And 1 run is in. Another runner moves on to third. And Oklahoma State has a 2-0 lead.
Just off the tip of the glove there, out in left field for Iowa State. Bingham almost had that one. Once again, Oklahoma State continues this great offensive performance in the first inning. Got to see Johnson really try to get back into a count that favors her pitching on this matchup.
2 away, runners at the corner, and Danielle Riddle stands in for Oklahoma State. Bingham almost got there with the dive, couldn't quite do it. It's a game of inches. We've seen that here in this inning. The shot down the left field line that missed being fair by just inches. The ball that went just inches over Antion's glove at third. And then Kathleen Bingham getting a glove on that in left field, but not quite being able to haul it in. So now 2-0 Cowgirls, and way out in front that time was Riddle. Danielle Riddle, the first baseman, I should say, for Oklahoma State. .220 batting average on the season, couple of home runs, 15 RBIs. This is a team that loves to run, although it's pretty much just the top half of the lineup that will do it. McKee not much of a threat at first. Here's the pitch fouled back. So it's now 0-2.
It's an important pitch here for Johnson. See if she can get the batter to swing on a more than likely outside the box here on the 0-2 count with 2 outs to finish the inning.
Johnson's delivery up high for a ball, 1-2.
Hey, come on out, KJ.
2 runs in, runners at the corners for Oklahoma State. They strike first in this one, but it's probably not going to be the last of the offense we'll see on this day with the strong wind blowing out to center field today. Johnson's 1-2 delivery. And that just barely
inside.
misses. So it goes to 2-2.
You see she wanted that fastball there. Thought the umpire was going to bite there at home plate, but a little too close to the batter on that one. Makes it a 2-2.
Now the delivery, and fouled back nicely by Riddle as she stays alive.
Batting .220, Riddle isn't the most confident batter, but you see her battling here in the first inning against Johnson quite well.
These two teams had some good games a year ago, some good battles here at Cyclone Sports Complex. Here's a 2-2. To the left side, Slater has it. Fires across the diamond with that good strong arm to get the third out. So Iowa State surrenders 2. It's Oklahoma State 2, Iowa State nothing. Cyclones coming to bat. We're back at Cyclone Sports Complex. Iowa State will send this batting order to the plate in the bottom half of the first. Brittany Gomez, the leadoff hitter, one of the best in the Big 12 Conference. She'll be followed by Kathleen Bingham and then Allie Kappert. Lexi Slater hits cleanup. It'll be Maddie Reese in the 5-hole. Nicole Antion, Kelsey McFarland, Jordan Spenlove, and Sammy Hildreth round out the Cyclone batting order. Defensively for Oklahoma State, Mallory Collins in left. It's the speedy Shelby Davis in center, Cheyenne Hughes in right. Infield third to first, Tiffany Mickelson, Randy O'Donnell, Vanessa Shippey, and Danielle Riddle. And the battery, Brandy Needham and Miranda Caven. And Needham has done a nice job this season. Taylor, she throws strikes.
Absolutely, and you saw she had a very full game last game against Kansas. They went even into extra innings, but she pitched the entire game, only allowing the 23rd ranked Kansas Jayhawks to score 3 runs on the Cowgirls. So a good outing last time for Needham.
She will pitch to contact. She's not a big strikeout pitcher. She has 53 strikeouts in her 114 in the third innings. And Gomez with contact, but fouling it off on the first pitch. However, 114 in the third inning. She's allowed 156 hits, but only 22 walks. So she's trusting of her defense. And Iowa State will be able to put the ball in play. They just have to hit them where they ain't. As Pee Wee Reese said. So 2-0 Oklahoma State. The delivery to Gomez, taken up high, 1-1.
You see that infield up and in against Gomez here on the first bat.
Yeah, they know how dangerous she is, and they've seen it in their own leadoff hitter, Shelby Davis. Kind of a carbon copy. There's a pitch, 2-1, misses.
2 of the Big 12 leaders in Gomez and Davis in hits as well as stolen bases. Davis with 51 hits on the year, Gomez with 52.
Gomez takes, and that is a strike, 2-2 now. Gomez does not walk a lot, but she really is a good contact hitter. And so she'll try to put it in play and usually tries to hit to the left side so she can use that great speed to beat out infield hits. And this one just tapped foul. She stays alive at 2-2. But with the infield in like it is, it makes it a little more difficult. Normally on a ground ball to the left side, Gomez is going to beat it out if it gets to the shortstop. But that Oklahoma State infield playing way, way in. Almost as if there's a runner at third threatening to score. Gomez back up the middle, a base hit, a line drive into center field, and the ball gets away. Gomez scampers into second. Great base running by Brittany Gomez, and the Cyclones threaten here in the first.
That was the perfect hit against that defense for Brittany Gomez right there. Absolutely perfect. Straight up the middle. Almost the same hit that Davis hit in the first inning for the Cowgirls. Straight up the middle, right over the second base, and it gets her a double.
Probably go a single and an error there. Shelby Davis just a little casual out there in center field. And Gomez very wisely, not taking anything for granted, paying attention, and got to second base. So great job by Gomez. And now Kathleen Bingham stands in. She tried to bunt, missed, and Gomez, a threat out there at second. Gets back to the bag. Bingham from that left side, also a slap hitter, but really good speed like Gomez, and loves to try to move that runner along. This is her role right here. Get that runner to third with less than 2 outs. So Bingham stands in there. The 0-1 delivery. This time she backed off. It's 1-1.
Mickelson really watching for that bunt there over at third base for the Cowgirls.
Well, the way they're defending, it's leaving the middle of the field pretty much wide open. If she can do what Brittany Gomez did, there's a good opportunity there right up the middle. And here is Bingham offering it that pitch, but missing, so it's now 1-2. Brandy Needham, a sophomore out of Dripping Springs, Texas, the starting pitcher here for Oklahoma State. Kathleen Bingham, sophomore from Ankeny. She played for her dad, Dave. And here's the 1-2. And that's fouled off. But it was a swing, not a bunt. So she stays alive. That's where you try for the swinging bunt, just to make sure you get another opportunity if it doesn't succeed. Two 2-0 Oklahoma State. Bottom of the first. Iowa State a runner at second, nobody away. Here's Bingham taking inside, and it hit her, I believe. And she'll take her base. So it'll be good speed on the base paths here for Iowa State at first and second.
Yeah, she was jumping up to get that ball there, just hit her on the forearm or maybe the upper arm there, and she'll take her base gladly, putting runners on first and second for the Cyclones.
And bringing up Allie Kappert, terrific hitter for Iowa State, the number 3 hitter, also out of Ankeny. She bats with 2 runners aboard and nobody out as Iowa State threatens right back in the bottom of the first. And Kappert, a big swing and a miss there for strike 1. Kappert has great plate discipline. Understands the strike zone very well. She bats with 2 runners aboard. And takes that one on the outside corner, 0-2.
Something she's worked on this year with drawing 23 walks. She's really watched those corners quite well.
Approaching the school record in that category. Needs just 6 more to tie it. 0-2 the count here. And Kappert wasn't chasing that pitch, and it's away. It's 1-2. And this is where, as a pitcher, it's hard to put away Allie Kappert. It's not as hard to get ahead in the count, but it is awfully hard to finish her off. 1-2 the count. Kappert takes again. That one missing. 2-2.
The discipline of Kappert, even when behind in the count, it's very impressive to see the improvement this year, not only from last year, but as a team, Iowa State has tried to follow a lot of what Kappert has put out there. 2-2
count. Kappert swings and misses, and a good pitch down and in that time from Needham to get a big strikeout. One that, as mentioned, she's not a big strikeout pitcher, but she gets an important one there with runners at first and second, gets that first out. So now Lexi Slater comes to the plate. Slater, the team leader in RBIs with 32. She has 6 home runs on the season. She's hitting .330, having a terrific senior year. Needham delivers. Slater to the right side. It'll be hauled in, so 2 away now, as the play was made by Vanessa Shippey.
Yeah, good play there as she caught the easy fly ball, but not only that, kept her eyes on the runner at second in Gomez.
So now it's up to Maddie Reese to try to get a run home here for Iowa State. They got the first 2 on board. Now 2 away. Reese takes, and that misses, ball 1. Reese leads the team in home runs with 8 on the season. It's coming on the heels of a season where she didn't hit any home runs and drove in just 6, but she has really found her groove offensively this season. And there's the swing to third base. Mickelson was already standing on the bag when she fielded it. So Needham does a very nice job of working their way out of that first and second jam with nobody out. So the Cyclones do not score. We go to the second, 2-0, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State leading 2-0 as we go to the top half of the second inning here at Cyclone Sports Complex. It will be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Cowgirls: Randy O'Donnell, Miranda Caven, and Shelby Davis. Katie Johnson goes to work in her second inning of work. John Walters, Taylor Mankel joining you today from Cyclone Sports Complex. Picture perfect day, sun shining brightly. And Oklahoma State out to a 2-0 lead. Cyclones threaten, putting 2 runners aboard in the bottom of the first, but unable to advance them. As Brandy Needham did a nice job getting the last 3 outs. There's Katie Johnson with her numbers on the day, and she rocks and delivers here. And that's deep into left center field, and that wind is going to blow it right out of here for a home run. So a leadoff home run for Randy O'Donnell, her first of the season. We mentioned it's a hitter's park, and the wind blowing out, she got that one up in the air and drove it out of here, and a big smile on her face as she crosses home plate.
Lower part of the box there. She just swings for it and doesn't have to put too much effort in it for the wind to just take that one right over the fence, over in left center field, right by the flag post. Great swing and great contact there for the Cowgirls.
So now 3-0 Oklahoma State, and Miranda Caven will bat. And that pitch misses, ball 1. You mentioned Oklahoma State. 1-5 in conference play. They're 17-21 overall. That pitch misses away. It's 2-0. They'd lost 7 of their last 8 coming into this game. So after a good start to their season, they've struggled lately. Finished 6th in the Big 12 Conference a year ago. They were 5-13 in league play.
They fought well against Kansas, though, in that last 3-game homestand against the Jayhawks. They really fought in that first battle, finished a 6-7 one-run loss to Kansas on the first opening night. Then on Sunday, they played another very close one I mentioned earlier. This one went to 8 innings, losing only by 1 run again, 2-3.
This one to the left side, high in the air, and Lexi Slater over to track it down from her shortstop position. So there's the first out. That'll bring up the top of the lineup, Shelby Davis. Kansas and Oklahoma, probably the top 2 teams in the conference, not in that order. Oklahoma ranked 5th in the nation. And Kansas right in the top 25. I think they're ranked 22nd this week. So
yep, coming off that that away stand against Oklahoma State. They were 23 then, won all 3 games, moved up to 22nd. Them in Texas also in the mix there at the top of the Big 12. This Texas always someone not to mess with in Big 12 play for sure.
Want to know the count on Shelby Davis, the leadoff hitter, dangerous hitter and runner. And she takes a strike right there. It's 1-1. We mentioned the comparison between Davis and Brittany Gomez, the leadoff hitter for Iowa State. Both so effective at hitting the ball back up the middle. You see that both defended the same way as the Iowa State infield in here. Davis takes a look, and that one misses. It's 2-1. Top 4 hitters for Oklahoma State have a combined 91 stolen bases. Davis leading the way with 43, so you want to keep her off the base pass. Here's Antion, has to hurry, fires across, got her! Good play by Nicole Antion, and keeping the speedy Davis off the base paths.
Defensive formation was almost perfection there. The ball didn't have to go far. It usually doesn't for Davis, as she relies a lot on her speed as she lets the bat do most of the work. Antion runs up on it and puts a laser over to first for the first out. For the second out, excuse me.
So now the hitter is Cheyenne Hughes. Randy O'Donnell led off this inning with a home run for Oklahoma State. Since then, Katie Johnson has settled down, gotten the last 2 outs. Now she works against Hughes, who's a .308 hitter on the season. Not a lot of power. She takes, and that's a ball. So 2-0 the count here on Hughes. Hughes out of Midwest City, Oklahoma. Infield in for her as well. 2-0 pitch. She takes that one missing, 3-0.
Hughes and Davis trying to get those basically runner bunts towards either side of either first or third there and really relying on their speed to get them to the first base bag.
3-0 the count. I'd be stunned if Hughes is swinging here. She's not, and it's a strike. 3-1. See if she has the green light now on 3-1. Trying to get a board here to keep this inning going for Oklahoma State. Johnson delivers. And it looked like she went around.
Won't call
But
it,
it's
though.
a ball 4. They say no, she did not go around. Why? I don't know if I agree with that.
No, that was very close there as she earns just her 13th walk.
Looked like that bat certainly crossed the plate, but I guess not. So a walk. And now that brings on the dangerous Tiffany Mickelson, who walked in her first at bat. Mickelson having a terrific year. 378 average, 8 homers, 36 RBIs.
She's top 10 in the Big 12 in 5 different categories among slugging percentage, walks, RBIs,
There goes the
runs
runner.
scored.
Hey, a great throw there by Hildreth to get her. So Cheyenne Hughes, who had not been thrown out all season, and Hildreth gets her trying to steal second. She's now 16 of 17 with stolen bases this season. Great throw by Sammy Hildreth to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Cyclones trailing 3-0. Oklahoma State leading Iowa State 3-0 as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Cyclones will send up Nicole Antion, Kelsey McFarland, and Jordan Spenlove. They're 6, 7, and 8 hitters. And Taylor, terrific job by Sammy Hildreth, the catcher, to catch Cheyenne Hughes trying to steal there to close out the second.
Knew it was going to be a hard test today for Hildreth against the speedy top half of the lineup for the Cowgirls. Great throw out at second there, right on the money for that tag.
So now the Cyclones will try to get the bats going here in the second inning. And Antion leads it off. Freshman takes ball 1. Antion has proven to be a very good defensive third baseman. Freshman out of Orange, California. 1-0 delivery. That misses 2-0. Randy Needham delivers, and Antion fouls that one off. She had the green light and took a good cut, but it's 2-1. We mentioned that Brandy Needham doesn't walk a lot of hitters. Just 22 walks on 114 innings coming into this game. So Cyclones are going to be forced to put it in play, and some good hitters up and down this lineup. So good day to hit. That pitch misses. 3-1 the count. So Antion doing a nice job here.
She's got to be expecting one here inside. We'll see if she bites on it here for Antion.
The 3-1 delivery, Antion into left field, fairly deep, but backpedaling and able to make the play is Mallory Collins. Just got under it a bit. But if she had gotten just a little bit more of the meat of the bat on it, that one would have ridden out of here.
Yeah, you see in this kind of conditions, it sounds like a tip there off of the bat still gets all the way to the warning track in this field. And as you can see, Antion knew that the contact could be available on that pitch, swung for it, just barely missed.
Kelsey McFarland stands in, big rip, strike 1. McFarland probably swings, I would say, as hard as any player in the Iowa State lineup. She has a very aggressive swing, and on the season hitting .255, couple of home runs, 12 RBIs.
Absolutely. It looks like she's swinging for those home runs on almost any pitch here that she wants to go for.
1-1 the count. McFarland, another freshman for Iowa State. Up the middle and fielded by Needham. She'll underhand it to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down for Iowa State. Jordan Spenlove will be the hitter. Cyclones trail 3-0 here in the second.
One of the more exciting Big 12 matchups here going on this weekend is some pretty similar foes in the Cowgirls and the Cyclones here.
Spenlove takes, and that's ball one. Jordan Spenlove, a senior out of San Antonio. Real leader for this Iowa State program. And the 1-0 to right field and deep, but foul. Both these pitchers probably hold their breath every time a ball goes in the air today, but that one fouled off. So now it's a 1-1 count. Needham delivers. Spenlove takes. Strike two. 1-2 now. Spenlove at 237 on the season. Not a ton of power, just one homer. She does have 10 walks, so she works the count a bit. Here's the 1-2, and Spenlove to the left side, a base hit into the gap. It'll get to the fence, and Spenlove will hustle into second base with a stand-up double. Jordan Spenlove with the second hit of the day for Iowa State.
As you just said, not a power hitter there, Spenlove, but got contact where it was, right on the sweet spot of the bat. Hits all the way to the warning track, right in between the left and center fielder for the Cowgirls.
Fifth double of the season for Jordan Spenlove, and now Sammy Hildreth will bat. The catcher, hitting 183 on the season. Hildreth takes strike one. We mentioned that Rachel Hartman has been hurt for Iowa State. She had just a tremendous freshman year at catcher for Iowa State a year ago, but she's been out for a few weeks now. And Hildreth's done a nice job filling the void, and that ball is in play. It'll be first and third for Iowa State. Good job by Hildreth right down the line, and unable to handle it was Mickelson. So now first and third for Brittany Gomez.
Yeah, right down the line there. Looks like it hit the glove, then hit the bag, and went into the playing field, getting a easy easy single, for Hildreth.
It is ruled a hit for Hildreth, and first and third for the Cyclones here, as they put together a nice threat in their half of the second inning. Umpires are going to discuss something here. So back to the top of the lineup for Iowa State, and Brittany Gomez. Same two teams tomorrow at noon. And if you're so inclined, you can also head out to Jack Trice Stadium and watch the spring game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Should be a picture-perfect day tomorrow. They're expecting low 70s for the Ames forecast. So what a great day to come out and see those terrific improvements at Jack Trice Stadium, the South End Zone project. See if they're going to walk Gomez here or pitch to her. They're going to walk her. Well, maybe not. Might be the intentional, unintentional walk. We'll see. Gomez swinging first pitch, left field, and backing up to make the play is Collins. So Cyclones threaten again, leave two runners aboard for the second straight inning. It's 3-0 Oklahoma State as we go to the third.
Welcome back to Cyclone Sports Complex here. Due up, we've got Mickelson, Shippey, and Collins on, looking to get some more offense going for Oklahoma State here in the third. Right now the score stands 3-0. You've seen Iowa State, they've had some chances, had some base runners even in that last bottom of the inning. Gomez could not get the RBI in. Surprised they actually pitched to her. We thought the walk may have been coming. Gomez swings away, but is outed on a fly ball to left field. Katie Johnson looking to pitch now to the dangerous Mickelson, batting first on this inning, third overall. She swings away on the right side. That's going to sky foul. Good contact there on the first pitch by Mickelson.
Mickelson walked her first time up. She's as we mentioned, a very dangerous hitter, and she was at the plate when Cheyenne Hughes was thrown out trying to steal to end the second, so she gets another opportunity here to lead off the third.
0-1 in favor of Johnson. The pitch, a little high there. That's going to be the first ball for Johnson. 1-1 here as the Cowgirls are up 3-0 at the top of the third. Johnson, the pitch, inside on that one. That's a good pitch. Watch as Mickelson watched it swing right by her. Fastball on the inside there to increase Johnson's 2-1 count, or 1-2 count, excuse me.
Yeah, right on the black. Good pitch that time from Katie Johnson.
Outside on that one. Makes it 2-2 here for Johnson as Mickelson looking to protect the plate now. Johnson waits for the call. And the pitch. Swung on by Mickelson, fouled out of bounds. Another foul there by Mickelson. Staying in the count here with the 2-2. Mickelson definitely not afraid to swing the bat for Oklahoma State, as on the year she's batting .378. Very good year for Mickelson, the junior. Johnson, little outside there to make it a full count. A lot of battles thus far here for Katie Johnson. A lot of pitches, and it may continue the way these Cowgirls have been hitting the ball. Mickelson awaits the 3-2 pitch. Swings and another foul ball. Got under that one, but skies to the left.
Probably ball 4 that time from Johnson, but Mickelson couldn't hold off. Had a good cut, but now they'll come right back at 3-2, and Johnson wants to challenge her again here.
The 3-2 pitch. Outside, and Mickelson will take her base. Another walk for Johnson here early in this one, as that one was not quite as close delivered there for the Cyclones.
Third walk of the day for Katie Johnson, and Mickelson with her second walk in 2 plate appearances.
Shippey now up, the lefty for the Cowgirls, looking to advance the runner here. Lays off on that one. Inside, it'll be ball 1.
Well, here's where Johnson sometimes loses her confidence a little bit. Needs to hang in there and throw strikes. I know it's the heart of the order for Oklahoma State, but can't make it easy for him.
Shippey swings on that one. That's going to be a foul to the left side. Just got the top of the bat on that hit for Shippey.
Mickelson, another threat to run over there at first base. She's 16 of 18 on the season in stolen bases, so lots of speed at the top of this Oklahoma State lineup.
1-1 for Johnson. The pitch. Inside there. Good. 2 strikes. Johnson, a strikeout would bode well for her here, confidence-wise, as you noted, John. Sometimes seems to unravel once the hits keep coming for their opposing teams. Johnson pitches, and it is hit right through the gap in between shortstop and third base. That will advance the runner to second, but it was Bingham there to stop it for the Cyclones. Up next now for Oklahoma State is Collins. She steps to the plate here.
Mallory Collins had an RBI single her first time, and Oklahoma State threatening again. Nobody out. First and second. Good speed on the base paths.
The bunt. It is caught. That was a great catch by Hughes running up onto the ball. The bunt was a little high there. That will be the first out of the inning for the Cyclones.
Jordan Spenlove does a nice job over there at first base for Iowa State. Very good defensive first baseman. They anticipated, and she made the play. So big out, big first out to get for Johnson. And Now has to just keep it going.
McKee now up in the batter's box for the Cowgirls. The DH today. Hildreth trying to get the runner on first. Shippey trying to get her not coming back to the base.
Hildreth, she's not afraid to throw that ball around the diamond a little bit, so that might keep this aggressive Oklahoma State base running team a little bit more at bay.
Definitely seen some accurate throws from Hildreth today. The notable throw out at second as Johnson pitches. Inside and up, in. That will be strike there with 1 out. Count stands 1-1. Runners on first and second for Oklahoma State. Johnson still battling here in the third inning. Inside there, that's going to be called ball 2. 2-1 count for the Cowgirls as McKee at the plate. OSU up 3-0.
He singled her first time.
Johnson. The windup and the pitch. That's going to be a ball a little low and outside there. Good discipline there by McKee to hold off on that one. 3-1 ahead in the count. We'll see if she gets the go-ahead. Runner on second and first. Johnson with the 3-1 pitch. That's going to be a strike. Just gets in the top of the batter's box there to create a full count.
Job by Katie battling back. Now got to keep grinding. Big pitch right here.
Very big pitch, both in confidence and it could load the bases if it goes the opposite way. That is swung on high left side and an out there by Antion. Easy little fly catch there on the outside of the foul territory.
Yeah, good pitch by Katie Johnson. She got it in on the hands of McKee, and she couldn't do much with it. And we mentioned those corner infielders for Iowa State are really good, Spenlove and Antion, and Antion easily makes the play there. So big second out.
With runners on first and second, Johnson looking to end a dangerous inning here for the Cowgirls. That first pitch is low and inside. That'll be ball 1. As Riddle takes it to the plate. Johnson. Pitch is fouled back by Riddle. Riddle this season, the juniors hitting .220 while having 82 at bats, only 9 runs on the season, towards the bottom of the lineup here. Johnson, the 1-1 with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Pitch inside, that'll be another ball. 2-1 count with 2 outs.
Johnson pretty deliberate out there in the circle. She's kind of taking her time here, really trying to be fine with these pitches and get out of this jam.
Riddle swings and hits that one into foul territory once again on the left side. Create a 2-2 count for Johnson here. See if she can escape this inning without a run.
Got to look at the good crowd here at Cyclone Sports Complex today. A lot of people out enjoying the sunshine and the softball.
Johnson, the pitch. Inside, a little too close to the batter there. That'll create another full count during this inning. Very big inning here for Johnson, especially if she can escape it with that third out.
Runners will be going here with a full count and 2 outs.
The pitch inside, that'll be a ball 4, walk 2, load the bases there. Riddle takes first.
So it's the 4th walk of the day for Katie Johnson, 2nd of the inning.
Timeout called here by the Cyclones. We'll see if they make a change. Looks like they will.
Yeah, they're going to bring in Stacy Rogentine.
Rogentine, as we mentioned earlier in our broadcast, had a fantastic outing against Drake just on Wednesday with 10 strikeouts. Which doubled her last appearances. We'll be back. And we're back. Stacy Roggentine now on the mound, pitching for the Cyclones. The first pitch, that is a little low there. That'll be ball one to kick it off with 2 outs here in the top of the third.
You mentioned, Taylor, that Roggentine coming off an outing where she struck out 10. She has 53 Ks on the year. She had 4 last season.
Second pitch for Roggentine, another ball, just a little too much inside there.
Well, her strength this season has been coming in and challenging hitters, and she certainly needs to do it here with no place to put this hitter with the bases loaded.
Roggentine high on that one, another ball.
Now this jam gets even tougher to wiggle out of. It's 3-0 and got good speed on the base pass and big make or break pitch here for Roggentine.
Obviously going to take it there. Roggentine with the strike. Staying in it now as the bases are loaded. A walk obviously gives the run to the Cowgirls. They've scored in each of their innings thus far, leading 3-0. Roggentine, pitch inside, walked her. That's number 24, O'Donnell, taking first as Mickelson finally comes around home. Looks like she's been on base forever here in this inning, as it's been a brutally long inning for the Cyclones.
Well, you want to come back right here and get this hitter. Miranda Caven is the 9 hitter for Oklahoma State. You don't want to get back to that top of that lineup. Tough situation, though, for Roggentine. She came in with the bases loaded, and that's tough to inherit that kind of mess. So now she tries to battle back here.
Roggentine right down the middle there. Great pitch to start off this count, 0-1. Cavan up to the plate, the sophomore, batting .118 this year with 51 at-bats, 7 runs. Roggentine inside, ball one.
Yeah, when you're facing a 118 hitter, bases loaded, and one of the best hitters in the country on deck, you absolutely want to throw strikes right here. Make her prove she can beat you.
Roggentine
Nice pitch.
right there on the outside edge.
Nice changeup. She took something off and hit that corner beautifully. So ahead 1-2 now.
1-2, 2 outs. Roggentine trying to get the Cyclones out of a jam here in the top of the third. 4-0, Cowgirls lead. Roggentine, little outside there, 2-2.
Roggentine, a walk-on in the Iowa State program. She's from Marengo, Iowa, and contributed some last year, but has played a much bigger role this season as a senior.
Roggentine, the pitch swung on. Foul ball on that one. Got some good contact, but a little early for Cavan. 2-2 with 2 outs. Roggentine fighting for the Cyclones. Need to get out of this jam with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be called a ball. Saw that the bat almost went enough. Referees or umpires are going to call that one a ball there to fill the count. 3-2 with 2 outs here.
Well, that's twice I've thought that the bat crossed the plate, and they've ruled it a check swing, so shows what I know. Yeah.
High on that one. Didn't have the control there. That'll walk. That will walk Cavan and give another run for the Cowgirls as Shippey crosses the plate.
Well, that's unfortunate, but you got to battle, and that was Roggentine trusts her changeup, but on a 3-2 count, she misses. So now you get back to the top of the lineup, and Oklahoma State really threatening to blow it open here.
Dangerous situation indeed, John, as Davis takes the plate. That one outside, ball one. totally different pitching aspects coming into this matchup against Davis as opposed to Cavan. Cavan wanted to throw strikes. You throw strikes here, you can be very sorry.
Well, you have to, though. You can't. You have to make the opponent prove they can beat you, and no matter how good the hitters are. Now, obviously, you have to throw great pitches here to a terrific hitter, but that infield's a good one. Trust him to make a play.
Infield in on this one with 2 outs. Hit into left field, and it bounces. That will score 2 for the Cowgirls. A good hit by Davis right over the third baseman and Antion. Snagged by Bingham, thrown in, but not in time. More runs for the Cowgirls as they extend their lead 7-0 here with 2 outs in the third.
Good hitting by Shelby Davis. She's a .455 hitter for a reason, and did a good job taking that one where it was pitched. It was on the outer half. She just went with the pitch and drove it into left field for a base hit. So great job by Davis, and I think we might see another pitching change here for Iowa State.
Timeout by the Cyclones. Looks like they are bringing in another one. And we will see who it is. Looks like it is going to be Paris Imholtz in for the Cyclones.
Yeah, Paris Imholtz gets an opportunity here, so we'll take a break here, come right back. 7-0, Oklahoma State in front.
We're back with another pitching change here for the Cyclones as Imholtz will take the mound for the Cyclones here as they find themselves down big early. It's 7-0 in favor of Oklahoma State.
Paris Imholtz on the season, 11 innings pitched, so she hasn't had a lot of work. She's allowed 13 hits, walked 8, and she has given up 8 earned runs, so her ERA is 5.09, and she inherits a couple base runners here.
And it's not going to be an easy start here as she faces off against Hughes near the top of the lineup for the Cowgirls.
9th hitter of the inning for Oklahoma State as they have pushed across 4 runs already and still have 2 base runners aboard. Cyclones desperately trying to get that final out so they can grab the bats.
Hughes fouls off the first one to make it 0-1. Second pitch inside there. That's going to be a ball. 1-1 here for Imholtz.
Imholtz transferred to Iowa State from Bowling Green. He pitched quite a bit last year, but has been used sparingly here in her second season in Ames.
1-1, the pitch outside there. That'll be another ball for Imholtz. 2-1 count. Got to have good pitches against this top of the lineup for Okie State, but can't be afraid of them. Imholtz inside. That will be another ball there. 3-1 the count now. One more ball would fill the bases. Imholtz, the pitch. Right down the middle on that one to get it to a full count.
Well, runners again will get the head start here. 3-2 count with 2 away. Payoff pitch for Imholtz.
Imholtz, the pitch. Hit to the second baseman. Easy out at first, and the Cyclones finally get out of the top of the third as the score stands 7-0. Cyclones now headed to the bats. We're back at the Cyclone Sports Complex here as Bingham is due up for the Cyclones. It's been a while since the bats have been going for the Cyclones, but they've had chances here early. Even though they are down 7-0, they've had runners on at the end of innings, just need to capitalize on those hits.
Yeah, 2 out hits are big in softball, and we saw Oklahoma State come up with a couple of them there and get some runs in their half of the inning. Now Iowa State will try to get something going here in their half, but you're right, they've left 4 runners on base in the first 2 innings. And on a day with the wind really howling out to center field, you've got to get some offense going. So important to try to break through here against Brandy Needham. And Kathleen Bingham will try to get it started. She was hit by a pitch in her first at bat.
Yeah, and then you have to give credit to Needham. She's had a good outing, obviously allowing a couple runners, but trusting in her defensive production to get those final outs towards the ends of innings. Doesn't walk too many. Had that one hit by the pitch earlier from Bingham. Other than that, she stayed within the strike zone and made the batters do the work.
It's a good idea to do it that way. Bingham, Kappert, and Slater for Iowa State. Good hitters coming up here in the bottom half of the third for the Cyclones.
First one is outside and low. That'll be ball one for Needham. Needham 10-10 on the season in her win-loss record. Very similar to the starting pitcher of Iowa State, Katie Johnson, who has taken a seat. Second pitch, about the same location there, low and away. Makes it 2-0.
Well, we mentioned Needham has good control, so I expect her to challenge Bingham here. Bingham a slap hitter. She'll probably try to take it back up the middle if she can.
Third pitch, hit into the corner, but not quick enough by the shortstop over there. O'Donnell couldn't quite snap it over to first base. That'll be a single for Bingham.
And what you'll see, Taylor, with Brittany Gomez and Kathleen Bingham, they'll both try to do this. A ground ball to short for them is a victorious at bat. That's exactly what they're looking for because they know they can beat out that shot into the hole. So good job by Kathleen Bingham to get the inning started.
Now up for the Cyclones, Kappert takes the first one. It's a strike.
Allie Kappert struck out in her first at bat, but good opportunity here with the runner aboard, nobody out.
Kappert waits for it and takes another strike. 0-2 to start off her count.
Good two-strike hitter. She uses the whole field and actually probably hits the ball, I would think, to the left side, probably more than she pulls it.
Kappert lays off that one far outside.
And part of that, Taylor, is that pitchers want to keep it away from the power-hitting Kappert. They don't want to work that inner half because they know she can turn on something. But Allie's a smart hitter. She'll just go where the pitch is thrown, so that's why she hits to left so often. But that time they got her inside.
There is a K for Okie State. As you said earlier, John, Needham really isn't a strikeout pitcher, but Kappert bit on that inside after 3 pitches to the outside. Good pitching there by Needham.
That's kind of a chess game. I think she was looking away, thinking the pitch was going to go out there, and she came back inside. Good pitch by Needham, and she has struck out Kappert twice, which is very difficult to do. So hats off to Brandy Needham for those 2 big outs that she's gotten in this game.
1-0 count here for Slater. Make it 2-0 as that one is high and outside.
Bingham a threat to run, but down 7-0. Iowa State probably doesn't want to run into outs. Bingham is 5 for 5 on the season, though, in stolen bases.
Needham in the pitch. Low on that one. That's another ball. 3-0.
Needham knows how dangerous Lexi Slater is as well, so she's kind of nibbling here, but Slater, with the need for base runners, might be taking here. We'll see.
And she does. That will be a walk. Slater takes her base.
So the Cyclones have something going here, first and second, and good hitters coming up, and Maddie Reese, Nicole Antion after her. So good opportunity to try to get back in this game. See if Reese can get one in her wheelhouse here, Taylor, because she has the power to drive one out of here, especially today. 8 home runs to lead the team on the season.
Reese stands in. Cyclones have runners on first and second. Holds back on that one, and that will be ball 1.
Needham took just a little bit off that pitch, had Reese out on front. She was able to keep the hands back and take the pitch for a ball.
1-0 pitch for Needham. Hit to right center, and that'll be caught. Runners tag up at second and advance. So they get a little fly out there, but it does get number 19 Bingham over to third base in a little bit of easier scoring position for the Cyclones, looking for some runs.
Yeah, with 2 outs, you might think, no big deal getting to third, but good alert base running by Kathleen Bingham, because now on a wild pitch, she could score. She could score on an infield hit. So it's always important to get that base when you can, and Kathleen, a very good base runner, very disciplined. And now it's up to Nicole Antion to try to break through here for the Cyclones.
2 outs, 2 runners on. Same story, different inning. We'll see if there is a different ending here, as the Cyclones looking for scores with 2 runners on and 2 outs. Bottom of the third, Oklahoma State leads 7-0. Pitch, hit, fouled out on the left side.
1-1 the count now.
One and one with Slater on first, Bingham on third, Antion up to the plate. Antion takes that one. That'll be a ball.
Needham has gotten behind some hitters this inning, so here's a good opportunity. You're probably going to get a good pitch to hit right here. We saw Antion fly out to deep right and into bat earlier. See if she can drive one right here.
Swing and another foul ball there by Antion. Staying aggressive at the plate.
Antion hitting .269 on the season. She hasn't homered. Does have 9 RBIs. But a freshman who they're really high on, and she's been terrific defensively. Now she tries to get a big hit to get the Cyclones on the board.
Antion at the plate. Lays off that one to make it a full count. That one low and outside for the 2-2 pitch. Now 3-2 full count with 2 outs. Runners on first and third for the Cyclones.
So runners get the head start here. Slater off of first base, Bingham off third on the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs.
The pitch. Swung in another foul. Third foul there in this pitcher-batter matchup here.
Well, they're getting a look at the stuff that Needham has, and that's one of the advantages of working deep into the counts, is you give your hitters, even on the bench, that opportunity to see what stuff she has, and it helps over the course of a game. You can wear her down a little bit.
Needham, the pitch, swung on in another foul.
Good job by Antion, just staying alive here. Those pitches on the outside corner, Taylor, so she can't lay off them. She knows that they're on that outer half of the strike zone. She can't do a lot with the pitch, but she's just kind of swinging to stay alive at this point and hoping to get something she can handle right here.
3-2, 2 outs. Pitch swung on. Little early on that one. Gets it out into foul territory. Another foul here as both Needham and Antion battling. 7-0 OSU with the lead. Antion looking to get the Cyclones on the board. Pitch swung on in another foul ball.
Great battle right here. One of the best of the game so far. And Antion staying alive with foul balls. Sooner or later, you figure she's going to get one that she can do something with. And Cyclones are kind of banking on it as they try to get on the board. I like this at bat for Nicole Antion. It's been good.
Antion awaits the pitch. Swung on to third, and that will be the third out for Oklahoma State to end the inning with another scoreless effort from Needham. Going into the break, it's 7-0 Oklahoma State. They look to extend. We are back here in the Cyclone Sports Complex as the Cowgirls have had quite an offensive performance to start this one. At the start of the fourth, it is 7-0. The Cyclones looking to have a better defensive performance here in this inning, allowing runs in each of the last 4 in the last one.
And leaving base runners on when they get their opportunities. Cyclones with 6 runners left on base through the first 3 innings, 2 in each inning. And we mentioned the importance of 2-out hits in softball, and Cyclones have been unable to get one. And you got to credit again Brandy Needham, their pitcher, for battling through some of those jams.
Now up for the Cowgirls is number 38, Mickelson. Still in the heart of that lineup for the Cowgirls. Mickelson, a very dangerous hitter on that first ball.
She's walked twice today.
Mickelson takes that one. That'll be a strike there for Imholtz.
Off-speed pitch from Paris Imholtz. Had a little movement on it, too, and good pitch there to get the count even at 1-1.
Imholtz, the third pitcher to see action today for the Cyclones. The pitch.
Another good pitch. Well, that was really a good pitch, Taylor. She hit the outside half and had some movement on it. So back-to-back really good pitches from Paris Imholtz.
1-2 count. 1-2 count against Mickelson. Imholtz looking for her first strikeout. Knocked out into foul territory by Mickelson.
Got her to chase it something off the plate that time and had movement on it again, but the very end of the bat for Mickelson, able to make some contact and cue it foul, and now they'll take a look at the softball. I doubt that Paris is doing anything to doctor it up, but it might have gotten damaged a bit, and they will take it out of play. Might have gotten damaged with the way that ball was hit right off the very edge of the bat.
Mickelson down 1-2 in the count. Imholtz takes the mound. Imholtz, the pitch. High on that one. That will be the second ball, 2-2. Mickelson not chasing that one. Far outside of the box. 2-2 here with no outs. Imholtz trying to get this inning started in a positive way for the Cyclones. Swung on, deep hit. That one's got a chance, and it is out of here. Hits the scoreboard on its way out as a great hit by Mickelson. We discussed earlier how dangerous of a hitter Mickelson is. Shows it there with the solo home run.
9th home run of the season for Tiffany Mickelson. 37 RBIs. She got a pitch in the middle of the plate, center cut, and drove it out of here. So good piece of hitting by Mickelson. And third successful plate appearance for her on the day. A couple of walks and now a home run. Her third run scored.
Second solo home run of the game for the Cowgirls as O'Donnell hit one earlier in the second. Now up, Shippey. Lineup not getting any easier for the Cyclones here after that home run as Imholtz pitches. That one right to first base and mishandled. That'll be an error there as it goes out of bounds. Shippey going to second and will hold up there.
Jordan Spendlove is really a good first baseman. Doesn't make many mistakes, but just could not find the handle on that one, and then had to rush a little bit, and the flip was off the mark, and so another opportunity here for Oklahoma State.
Yep, you won't see that much from Spendlove. Just couldn't get the original grounder into her glove, scrambled, just tosses it right out of the playing field, gets Shippey over to second.
Well, now you're flirting with that 8-run rule, too, Taylor, so you want to make sure you limit the damage here and get the bats and get something done at the plate, as Oklahoma State would love to end this game early, too.
Collins up to bat now. Imholtz. The pitch just outside on that one. That'll be ball one with Shippey on second for the Cowgirls. Score stands 8-0. Cowgirls lead here after that solo home run by Mickelson.
Good pitch there.
Pitch right down the middle and swung on by Collins, a little behind that one. It'll be a 1-1. Imholtz. Third pitcher here on the day for the Cyclones. That one a little low. They'll call a ball. 2-1. 2-1, no outs here as the Cowgirls continue to have success in the batting category here today. The pitch, Imholtz. Good on that one. Little change of speed there. Got her to fall for it. 2-2.
That's where Imholtz has been at her best today, is the off-speed stuff.
The wind, not as much as it was earlier, but with this ballpark, a hit over to the left side And Antion, a good out there over to first. Good off the one bouncer.
And Nicole Antion continues to play a very good third base for Iowa State. Big first out as Iowa State tries to get out of here without further damage, trailing 8-0.
The DH, McKee, up for the Cowgirls here in the top of the fourth. Shippey on second. That is low on that one. Hildreth did handle it for the Cyclones as Shippey had a pretty decent lead there. 1-0, the count with one out. Imholtz on the mound. The pitch swung on and fouled out on the left side there. Gets the count to 1-1 with one out. Shippey on second here for OSU. McKee looking to extend the lead here with runners in scoring position. Swings on it. Fly ball to center field. Gomez snags it for the second out.
Well, good job by Immel. She's battled back here after the rough start. That should have been the third out of the inning. The error allowed it to extend. But, you know, Gomez does a great job getting a jump out there in center field. She has such terrific speed and instincts, and she's going to catch pretty much anything in the air towards center field. So now there's two away and one more to go here for Paris Immels.
Imholtz looks down to Riddle. The pitch. Inside on that one, that'll be ball one. 2 outs now for Immels, looking to close this inning with minimal damage. 1 run scored. As you said, John, important for that 8-run rule. Up in the air, Imholtz goes for it, and so does Hildreth.
It was a meeting of the minds there as 4 players were all in the same spot, and a great concentration that time by Sammy Hildreth to make the catch.
We will head to a break and be back with more Cyclone softball. .8-0 is the score. Oklahoma State leads. They are now on the defensive end as the Cyclones look to put some points on the board here from the Cyclone Sports Complex. You are watching Cyclones.tv, our coverage of softball. Glad you could be with us. We'll be back tomorrow and Sunday, considering the weather, of course, as the Cyclones step up to the plate. It is number 14, McFarland, to bat. Kelsey McFarland, the freshman, her batting average is .255 this year. Swings on the first one and fouls it on the right side.
McFarland's an aggressive hitter, and we'll see if Needham tries to get her to chase pitches that are not strikes. McFarland trying to learn that plate discipline, part of being a freshman. Probably put up terrific numbers in high school being aggressive.
And swung on, foul ball to the left side this time. Hitting them on each side here. It's McFarland. Makes the count 0-2.
They like these 2 freshmen, Antion and McFarland, feel like they're a good foundation for the future for this Iowa State team.
The pitch in the dirt there. First ball for Needham of the inning.
It's been a good performance by Brandy Needham. She's
Absolutely.
pitched well. Came into this one with a 3.98 ERA.
Needham with the 1-2 count. No outs. Pitches. Hit, and
Foul ball.
that'll be a foul ball. Struck the player there. Dead ball, and that will keep it at 1-2.
Needham has allowed 4 hits, but she's only walked 1. And that's been the key for her, just keeping the Cyclone runners at bay. She's worked out of jams. Iowa State's had 6 left on base so far in this game. So Needham has done a nice job under pressure.
2-2 the count now. swung on,
Foul tip.
and that'll be a foul tip there. Keeping in it now. Still a 2-2 count for Needham. McFarland fighting here. Obviously not afraid to swing.
It's a day when you can drive one out of here, Taylor, and see if she gets one down the middle that she can do something with.
Takes that one. That'll make it a full count there. Confident take there, just a little bit low on the box. 3-2 the count. No outs. McFarland looking to get some runners on here. Infield comes in but cannot snag it. That'll be a stand-up single. Very good shot through the first and second baseman there for McFarland.
Yeah, good hit for, good at bat for Kelsey McFarland. She worked the count, got it full, and then got something she liked and drove it into right field. Good start to the inning. Now Jordan Spendlove to try to keep the pressure on Oklahoma State.
Spendlove awaits the pitch. A little high on that one. Will take the first ball.
McFarland 2 out of 3 in stolen bases this year, but again, not a big running situation. Down 8-zip.
The pitch swung on, and that one will go foul on the right side. Spendlove on the season, batting .237 with only one home run, not necessarily a power hitter, but her slugging percentage is at .312, so can make the contact, and on a day like this, not afraid to as she flies that one. That will be caught in right field, and the runner will stay at first.
Yeah, Spendlove, we saw her drive a double into the gap in left center in her last at bat. That time kind of golfed one into right, but got under it a bit, and so runner can advance, one away. Saw Hildreth get a hit in her first at bat as well, so we'll see what Sammy can do here.
Hildreth steps up with McFarland on first, one out. Needham, great pitch right down the middle, gets Hildreth swinging on that one. 0-1. Sammy Hildreth awaits the pitch and takes that one. That will make the count 1-1.
Hildreth out of Johnston. He has seen a lot of playing time with the injury to Hartman and taking advantage of it.
Holds back on that one, and that will be ball 2.
No, it's a strike.
They're going to call that one a strike.
They appealed down, and I think she did.
Yeah.
Offered the pitch. I also thought the Oklahoma State hitters did earlier, but this one goes their favor. It's 1-2 now.
1-2 the count with one out. Struck up the middle. Looks like a double play opportunity, and it is. Good double play there to end the inning by Oklahoma State. Hit right into it, and that will keep the score at 8-0. Another runner left on for the Cyclones as we head into the 5th. Cyclones trailing here from the Cyclone Sports Complex in Ames, Iowa. 8-0. Cowgirls lead and look to extend.
Yeah, Cy having some fun at the ballpark, as you'd expect. He never misses a game. And 8-0 the advantage, though, for the Cowgirls. So Paris Immels will try to keep it that way, and then Iowa State will try to get finally something going with the bats if they can in their half of the 5th.
O'Donnell up for the Cowgirls to finish off the bottom of their lineup and then get Davis up at the top of the order. O'Donnell up to bat, hit a home run earlier, solo in the second. Takes the first pitch. That'll be a little outside, ball 1.
She also drew a bases loaded walk in the 3rd, so she's got a couple of RBIs on the day. She's had a good day at the plate.
O'Donnell swings on that one, foul tip. That'll make it 1-1 for Imholtz.
Imholtz has gotten that late movement on that pitch away from the right-hand hitters, and she's seen a couple of them right off the edge of the bat. It's been her money pitch so far.
Imholtz with the pitch.
Came right back with it and just missed.
Yep, little outside the box there. It'll be 2-1. Very similar locations for all three of the pitches thus far. 2-1. O'Donnell at the plate. Takes that one inside.
Good pitch.
Strike two there. Changing it up from the outside to the inside. Working the batter's box here as Imholtz steps up. Imholtz looking for the first out. Swing right to the shortstop. And they're going to call it safe. Slater did not quite get it there. The speed of O'Donnell was enough to get to first.
Kind of that in-between hop where you can't really charge the ball. Lexi Slater, good strong arm, fired it over there, but good speed down the base paths, and runner aboard here in the fifth.
8 hits on the day for the Cowgirls.
Well, we saw Oklahoma State turn a double play. Let's see if Iowa State can turn one.
Kevin, the catcher, takes the plate. Swung on, perfect positioning, and the double is not drawn, not quite quick enough on the turnaround from second, as Reese couldn't quite get it over to Spendlove.
Once the flip was made, you're not going to get two. I thought Slater might just try to charge over to the bag and take it herself, but it took that awkward hop and kind of bounced up toward her face, and so she had to adjust and kind of stop in her tracks, and that's what kept it from being a double play ball.
Cyclones will take the first out and leave a runner at first. Davis outed at first after that short hop, but gets the runner to second with 2 outs now. Oklahoma State looking to score here as Hughes takes the plate with a runner on second.
Got 2 away now, so Imholtz just has to concentrate on the hitter, and she's done a pretty good job in relief as the third pitcher of the day for Iowa State.
Imholtz outside on that one. 1-0.
You know, I think that what we pointed out earlier in the game, that's every Oklahoma State hitter, it seems, keeps those hands a little bit separated on the bat. So it must be just a style thing with Coach Rich Willigman.
Definitely working for him today with 8 hits and 8 runs. Inside on that one, no go. That'll be 2-0 count with 2 outs. Hughes looking for another hit here. 2 balls, no strikes. Takes that one as well. That'll be 3-0 count. as Imholtz takes the mound. O'Donnell on second, and that will be another walk, as Hughes will take first base. Runners on first and second here as OSU continues to get a lot of runners in this game.
Well, they have indeed. You're right. Although we mentioned Imholtz has done a pretty good job here in relief, but she's got a jam here to try to work her way out of, because Tiffany Mickelson is as good a hitter as there is, and she's got a couple runners aboard.
Just came off a home run in the last inning, Mickelson. 2 innings ago, in the third. She takes the first ball with 2 outs. Women on first and second. Baseball on the mind, apparently. As Imholtz. The pitch, little outside there. That'll be ball 2.
7 walks on the day for Oklahoma State. And when you start looking for reasons why the Cyclones are in this deep hole, start there.
2-0 the count. Imholtz on the mound. In a jam here with 2 runners on. Little high on that one. That'll be a 3-0 count here for Imholtz.
We'll get a visit from Brittany Weilmiller, the pitching coach for Iowa State.
Very important for Imholtz to get back into this count here. Do not want to load the bases.
You don't. And the flip side of that argument, though, is that Mickelson is the best hitter on this Oklahoma State team.
True.
And last time, and she's walked twice today, so she does have a good eye, but she's also driven one out of here. So it's a catch-22, Taylor. There's not a lot of good options right here, but all you can really do is battle, try to make your best pitch, and try to make her hit it.
Shippey on deck as Imholtz with the pitch.
Good pitch.
Right down the middle there.
Mickelson taking all the way, but now you know she'll be ripping away if it's in the strike zone. So good battle right here. We'll see what happens.
2 outs, 3-1. Imholtz, the pitch with runners on first and second. Swung on. It's deep. Does it have the distance? It does. Gone. Another home run for Mickelson. Swings it out there. That'll score 3. Huge right down the center field line, and that one is out of here.
Well, we talked about the danger of facing that hitter in that situation, and Mickelson with her second home run and consecutive at-bats. This one straight away center, great power. Her 10th home run of the season. She now has 40 RBIs on the season. She's having just a terrific year. Good piece of hitting by Tiffany Mickelson.
Imholtz in a tough position here now. Bases are empty now with 2 outs. 11-0, Cowgirls lead. Shippey up to bat. Imholtz a little outside on the first pitch. Ball 1. Shippey steps back in the batter's box here. 324 average. Imholtz the pitch. Swung on. And that one is not handled by Reese. That'll get the single on an error for another base runner for the Cowgirls.
Just ate her up. That bounce that, again, we saw the one to Slater earlier. She was able to handle that one. But this second bounce really up high on Maddie Reese, and she couldn't glove it. Tough play, but a play that she knows she has to make. So now the inning stays alive.
2 outs, runner on first as Collins takes the plate. Ball 1. A little high on that one as Imholtz struggling in this inning.
Cyclones will have the top of the lineup in the bottom half of the 5th, but they have to try to limit this damage or they're going to be in danger of losing by the 8-run rule.
Imholtz inside, steal. Great throw by Hildreth to get the out as the steal was attempted by Shippey.
Shippey was 16 of 18 on steal. She's the second base runner thrown out today by Sammy Hildreth. So terrific job by Hildreth, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th with the Cyclones down 11-0.
Welcome back to Cyclone Softball on Cyclones.tv. I'm Taylor Mankel along with John Walters here as we have reached the bottom of the 5th as the Oklahoma State Cowgirls have come into Ames and they have scored, then scored, then scored a little more here with 11 runs thus far. Cyclones in desperate need of some runs here in order to keep this one going.
Top of the lineup, so let's see what Brittany Gomez can do.
Gomez, a fantastic .433 batting average, takes the first one.
She singled in her first at bat, then flew out to left, so she's 1 for 2 on the day.
1-0 count after the ball. See the defense totally changing for the great hitter in Gomez. All in on that second ball. Gomez takes the plate. 2-0 count. Needham, great pitching outing. as Gomez takes that one for the 3-0 count.
Yeah, certainly not an overpowering outing from Needham, but she has worked out of every jam she's been in, and there's been a few. She's done a good job.
Needham, the pitch. Right down the middle on that one. Not going to give Gomez a walk by any means. 3-1 now. Gomez got to look to protect here. Does, swings on it, and that's going to be called a foul ball. That'll make it a 3-2 count here, full count for Gomez to kick off the bottom of the 5th. Full count. Needham looks down Gomez. The pitch swung on and missed. Gomez strikes out there. Needham, third strikeout on the night, 2 against Kappert, now 1 for Gomez. Bingham to the plate now.
Been a productive day at the plate for Kathleen Bingham. She was hit by a pitch. She also singled and moved on to third base, but they couldn't get her home.
Swung on and got contact going left out, foul on that one.
Fouled it right over her parents' head.
0-1 is the count with 1 out here. Cyclones need some runs in order to keep this one going. Bingham swings, another foul ball to the left side.
Maybe she's trying to send mom and dad a message.
0-2 now, behind in the count, got to protect the plate.
Bingham played a year at Northwest Florida Junior College, transferred into the Iowa State program.
Swung on, straight up the middle, can't be grabbed by Shippey, and that'll be a single for Bingham.
Second hit of the day for Kathleen Bingham, and she's been on base all 3 times, so real nice job for the Cyclone left fielder. Now let's see if her old high school teammate Allie Kappert can pick her up, and Kappert's had a rough day at the plate with a couple of strikeouts. I don't anticipate that she's going to strike out a third time here, Taylor. Let's see if she can get a pitch she can drive and make this thing interesting.
Kappert takes the plate. Bingham on first. 1 out. Pitch low and in the dirt. As we've mentioned, Kappert normally not one to strike out, but Needham has had her number here today. 1-0.
6 strikeouts and 90 at-bats for Kappert coming into today.
Swung on, hard hit to the right side. She'll round first and keep on going as Bingham holds up at third, and Kappert with a double.
Good job by Allie Kappert. That pitch down and in is what Needham's been trying to get her with all day, and Kappert adjusting. She's a really smart hitter. She got the hands in, kept them in, and drove it down that first base line. So now second and third, and Lexi Slater coming up. So good opportunity here for Iowa State.
Short meeting for Needham at the mound with Cavan.
We'll see a courtesy runner. Kayla Coons out of West Des Moines will run for Kappert.
(11-0) Cyclones now with 2 runners in scoring position as Slater takes the plate. Needham had quite some jams that she's gotten out of today. We'll see if she can get out of this one with 1 out.
Well, she's now thrown 85 pitches. The Cyclones have had a pretty good look at her. Slater's got plenty of power. Great opportunity here.
Slater swings right side and fouled. Cyclones looking for contact here at the bottom of the 5th. Slater down 0-1 in the count with 1 out. Swing and swung on right through the ball there. Good swing by Slater, but no contact. That'll make it 0-2.
So now your approach changes from trying to drive one to just make sure to put it in play.
Needham the pitch outside on that one. Slater laid off.
Slater among the school leaders career-wise in several offensive categories. She's had a terrific career.
The pitch, swung on, foul ball, staying in it now. Slater with 1 out. 11-0, OSU leads this one. Needham still on the mound there, trying to get out of this jam with 1 out. Slater trying to cause the opposite. Slater swings, and that will be out, but it will allow 1 to score. As that one was hit to Mickelson, she gets the out at first, but the Cyclones score their first points of the game here in the bottom of the 5th. 11-1 now the score. With 2 outs, Cyclones still need a couple runs to keep this one going. Reese up to bat. The pitch outside, ball 1.
Another RBI for Slater. She leads the team now with 33 RBIs on the season. A run scored for Kathleen Bingham, but still in a hole here, down 11-1.
Inside on that one. Another ball.
Reese would love to get one in her wheelhouse and drive it out of here to left. That's pretty much a pull hitter. She will go to the right side sometimes, but most of her power comes to left. As we mentioned, she leads the team with 8 home runs in the season.
2-0. Reese high on that one. Makes it 3-0. 2 outs now. Cyclones just getting their first score after that out by Slater, as it was Bingham who crossed the plate. And that'll be called a strike, as Reese tried to walk it off as if it was a ball, but that one gets on the inside of the box for a strike. 3-1, 2 outs. Reese has to battle now. Swings on it, foul ball. Over to the left side. Needham battling here.
That sun, kind of a challenge for the left side of the defense.
Yep.
It's right in their eyes. Between the wind and the sun, there's some challenges out there in left field.
Reese swings on it, another foul ball, this time to the right.
Nice job by Maddie Reese, just staying alive right there on a pitch away.
Full count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th here. 11-1 lead from the Cowgirls. Needham with the pitch. Swung on, another foul ball.
Good at bat by Maddie Reese. Reese moved all around the infield. Last couple of years, she settled in as the everyday second baseman for the Cyclones this year, and she has really had a good season at the plate. They need a big at bat from her right here.
The pitch, swung on to the shortstop. Trouble handling it, but she still gets it over. And that will do it here from the Cyclone Sports Comp. We have one more?
Nope, that's it. You're
That's
right.
it.
You're right.
Okay.
Exactly
Gotcha.
right, Taylor. But a good play by the shortstop, Randy O'Donnell, who we saw hit a home run earlier in the game, deep in the hole. Kind of bobbled it for a second, but had the strength in the arm to fire it across the diamond. Good win for Oklahoma State. Their second Big 12 victory. Iowa State will come back tomorrow and try to get their first Big 12 win of the year. And we're going to visit with Stacey Gemeinhart Sessler coming up. 11-1 the final. Oklahoma State the winner in 5.